was talking about. Just to...
Yeah, so usually my good brother over here, we start off with the top 5. Usually my good brother J Ell Groove set up the segments, but I told him I want to do the top 5 tonight.
He yelled at me.
Yeah. So J Ell,
yes, sir.
What are your top 5 bands? And I'm gonna say this: your top 5 bands that it was the type of band that you know is gonna be killing. And if they was in town, you was gonna go see them, or when you heard they had the album out, and you know the band was playing, you already know it's gonna be smacking.
Okay, so let's set some boundaries. Are we talking about local bands? Are we talking about like live acts? Or we talk like what kind of
I'm
band
talking
are
about
we
like
talking about?
like live, like it could be both. It could be a live act or a band that back artists or in that
I got
sense.
you. So my favorite band, my top 5 favorite bands. Okay, so you got Corey Henry and the Funk Apostles, and this is not in any order.
Okay.
You got Corey Henry and the Funk Apostles, Snarky Puppy.
Okay.
Now, while they didn't, they still did live, but I'm talking about, if we're talking about backing, like a backing band, especially if you're talking about like a.
Get your brother.
It's a rerun.
These are recurring segments, Bo.
If we're talking about stuff like that, my personal opinion, the all-time greatest recording band was the Funk Brothers.
Okay.
And that's the band who was the band behind the Motown sound.
Oh, okay.
Every Motown, every old school Motown act that you heard, like, Temptations, Marvin Gaye, all of them, you know what I'm saying? The band that was playing behind them was called the Funk Brothers. And the greatest recording band of all time to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you have them. Man.
I have a few.
Man, that's Anderson .Paak.
Okay.
Anderson .Paak. His band is super dope. His band is the Free Nationals. That's Anderson .Paak. Oh man, cause I got a 1A and 1B.
Bo said scruff.
I didn't. A 1A and 1B. Can I do that? Will you allow me to have a 1A and 1B?
Have you?
So you got Thundercat, his band, and okay, so I don't know the name of the band, and I've never seen them live, but I would love this. I would absolutely love to see them live. The MD, his name is Von Concepts. I forget, but like he's been the backing band for like Tank. He's been the backing band for I got to look up the name, but I know the MD, his name is Von Concepts.
Okay.
And like his band, like especially when it comes to arrangements, I forgot about them too. Well, but I'll leave it at this. Especially when it comes to like arrangements and how clean their hits are, how clean their transitions are. I gotta go look for the band, but like I said, the MD, his name is Von Concepts, and his band.
Okay.
Yeah. So I haven't seen them live, but I would love to see them live.
Hey, Kiana.
Okay.
Hey,
Nice.
sis.
Kiana, what up?
Yo, I don't have a top 5, but I will give an honorable mention to the band that Jumpy Key be putting together when he does his live shows.
Oh yeah, any band that's gonna be playing with Jumpy Key.
Yes, like for real. And y'all musicians don't act like y'all didn't practice God of Mercy. Rain on us.
The name of the band is called Band MVP, or the MVP band.
Okay.
That's it's called the MVP band. Yo, like if you go on Instagram and stuff, check out MVP band. And like I said, the MD, his name is Von Concepts. like I said, some of the dopest arrangements, some of the like the cleanest hits and all that stuff. Yeah, they go in. So that's a live band I really love.
Okay. You don't have a top 5, Professor Mill?
Well, see, mine's are not like specific bands. I have like live recordings that I've
Live recordings?
Yeah.
Okay, who your top 5 live recordings?
not in any particular order.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Mint Condition. Patrick.
Okay.
He said, "Dang, no Mint Condition."
Man, well, so that's. Come on, man! I only get 5.
He only well, you gave more than 5, but
I those were like split in half.
A and B's.
Yeah.
Mint Condition is on my list, Pat, and that's because I went to see them in live.
Pat being a dildo though. Nah, the hands gonna be there, brother. The hands are gonna be there. Pat, what's your top 5? While Professor Mill doing her, what's your top 5 live bands?
Yeah. So I kind of have an old soul, and I am a church girl. So I gotta go with. I feel like y'all gonna crack on me when I say this, but I gotta go with, besides Jumpy Keek Band and Mint Condition, I have to go with Vanessa Bell. If you listen to her Desires of My Heart CD, now the gospel scene now, the musicians, y'all gonna get me, but y'all ain't got nothing on the older albums. And the reason I'm saying that is because these people who recorded live albums back then, they didn't have all the
mechanisms.
Sure. That's my word. They didn't have all the mechanics.
It's up there with Butamus.
And all the software that you guys have. Y'all have click tracks and winds and chimes and all that. When you take these live recordings from back then, I was listening to Marvin Sapp's Perfected Praise CDs and Vanessa Bell. Those bands, those transitions. Shut up, Bo. You talking about sounding out there. You know I can't talk. So I mean, they literally take all my top, and that's because I fell in love, and you can thank my dad because he played vinyl records with DJ Rogers and Timothy Wright and all those type of people. So I literally have an old soul when it comes to gospel music.
Now, if you're talking about live recordings, I am utterly shocked. I'm just as shocked as Pat. I'm
about to block you, sir.
I'm just like how Pat said with me about Mint Condition. I'm just as shocked that if you're talking about live recordings, you didn't say Out the Box.
I was getting to that.
Oh.
Because Out the Box is my favorite, one of my favorite live shows, and you take music, production, dancing, audience participation, ministry, all of it. Like literally, Tone was in his bag with that whole production, and no, I don't think he gets enough flowers for what he's contributed. But yeah, I mean, and then of course some of the stuff that Jay has said, I've seen some of those bands in person. I will say Sopranos.
That's a Drew. That's a solid list. That's
Corey Henry.
Yeah.
Oh, so Drew's list is Corey Henry and the Funk Apostle, Snarky Puppy, Funky Knuckles. I was gonna say Funky Knuckles, and John P. Key Band. I said that. In any Ty Tribbett band, yes, cause y'all musicians, y'all studied those live albums and those live musics from those artists.
Was that your 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you? What's your top 5 live bands that you want to see?
Okay, so my top 5, I'm gonna start with Soundcheck, Ty Tribbett.
Okay.
Soundcheck.
Which was probably could have completely changed the game as far as
totally
gospel music, and gospel music has gone too far now. So yeah, Ty Tribbett, Soundcheck, Ghost Note.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, Ghost Note.
Ghost Note.
That's Buzz Band. Ghost Note.
Of course, Snarky.
And I seen them live too.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, ridiculous.
You talking about
They
funk.
did a pop-up show last year at
3 Links?
3 Links.
Okay, I was there.
Oh, was you?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how I didn't see you, but
I be in the cut, man.
yeah, so they did a pop-up show. At first, I thought I like, are they not coming? Because they came so late, and it was like, I'm trying to get home.
Yeah, I got you.
So I decided stuck around. And then when I saw a spot, I was like, okay, yeah, they're here.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I stayed because it was well worth it. So, Ghost Note, of course, Snarky Puppy. Who else? Oh, Mint Condition. And who else? I got one more. Okay, so I'm probably gonna do an A and B like you did.
Okay.
So I will say Jumpy, really any Jumpy Key band, but today's Jumpy Key band and James Brown band.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, that's gonna be my top 5.
Who is Gospel Powerline?
He being a ding-a-ling is what he being.
Is that a real thing, Bo?
It's probably one of them old quartet groups.
He said Sopranos.
That's what's up, man. All right, man. So we gonna keep going with these